Everything good. Hey, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. The Body Beat down here on this Manic Monday. It's just been one of those days where you don't know if you're happy or you're excited or you're sad or you're mad or you're glad or you're a dad. I mean, you don't know anything. You just kind of, it's one of those days where you're just kind of going, you know? Anyway, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Body Beat down here on this Monday. So, just a random live stream going on right now. Thought, why not? Might as well go for it. Do a live stream. Haven't done one in a little bit, so today we're going to do something a little different. We haven't really done much of in a little while now, and that is chest. Now last week I did do some chest, but it was all really lightweight, and did full body workouts last week, so had a pretty good few workouts last week. Go check out those videos. And we are doing a live stream, so my internet could drop at any minute. I don't know. You know how the internet is. 1 minute it's good, next minute it's not. So, and even if the internet does stop, I'm recording the workout, so, you know, I still get it recorded either way. And usually whenever I do a live stream, I also like to go back and edit the video for those people who don't want to sit around and watch like an hour or 2 hour live stream. That's why I go back and I edit the live stream down and make it a little bit shorter, because not everybody wants to sit around and watch, you know, some old dude do some weights that's not that impressive anymore. But maybe we can have some conversation, and that'll make things a little better. And so about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks at this point, I was a little bit under the weather. Started coming on maybe a Thursday or Friday. Kind of felt things kind of coming on. Just your standard typical run-of-the-mill kind of cold, kind of feel like it was going to be kind of an allergy, kind of a sinusy cold kind of thing coming on. And then it hit a little bit more like on that Saturday, and then by that Sunday it was, you know, I was tired, I felt heavy, and I wanted to just kind of stay in bed, and I was lazy, and I kind of hurt a little bit. And you know, you take you a nice shower and you just kind of stay all nice and comfy. And anyway, so I went from that to, then it went to snotting and sneezing for like 3 or 4 days. And now, like yesterday and today, I'm just kind of, well, maybe the last 2 or 3 days, I don't remember. Now I'm kind of coughing. So it's been kind of in 3 stages of different things. It's kind of weird. So I'm not 100%, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be 100% anymore. You know, with my stupid shoulder and my stupid wrist. So anyway, but one thing I have figured out is bench press is only one movement out of many. So I really don't care. But we are going to try and get a decent workout in and just see how it goes. I've only got things wrote down to like 225 so far. We're just going to kind of take it slow and see how things feel. So, anyway, I guess we can go ahead and get started. My live streams don't usually get a lot of people. So maybe I'll randomly get someone in here, and we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. So anyway, we're heading down the home stretch of school being out for this school year. We got 2 weeks left, and then we're out for a couple of months, and then we go back and we start it all over. So yay! Hey, I've only got about 15 more years of working before I can retire, and I won't live that long anyway, so that's pretty cool. Hey, you gotta look at the bright side. I won't live long enough to retire, so I don't have to worry about all that, you know. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and start warming up, guys. We got 135 on the bar, so we're going to do a few sets with 135, just a few reps at a time, and just kind of feel things out, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, 135 warm-up set. Oh goodness! Oh man! All right. Oh, man. Well, I'd like to say that I have some interesting plans for the summer, but I do not. I do not have any interesting plans, guys. There's a chance that maybe I'll pack my bicycle up maybe and go out of town and go for a ride somewhere. I don't know. Could be a possibility. I don't know. I'll try to find something to do this summer that gets me out of the house, because we all know the more you sit in the house, the worse it gets. And by the worse it gets, well, I have depression, so it's good if you can keep yourself going. And even getting outside can help things, and just kind of doing stuff. And because sometimes, you know, when you deal with depression, you know, you can stay indoors in a month before you even know it. So it's good to do stuff and try to get out. All right, let's do another set of 135. There we go. Another set of that done. So, like I said, I've been kind of under the weather for the last week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Feeling okay, not feeling okay, feeling okay, and just kind of went from one thing to the other. So, anyway, this morning when I got home from my morning bus route, I just came in and went straight to bed, didn't have any breakfast or nothing. So, when I woke up a few hours later, I really wasn't hungry, but I thought, well, I need to get something. I need to eat something. So I had a little bowl of strawberry flavored oats, little flavored packs you can get, the boxes. Had 2 little packs of those in a bowl and ate them up. And then a little bit after that, I grilled out yesterday. We had hot dogs and steaks and chicken and all that. And so there was a hot dog left, a couple hot dogs left, but I just had one. So had me a little hot dog with some relish and some mustard. And so I did get something in me. And then when I got home from my afternoon bus route, I had a banana, and then I had a Slim Jim, which I really didn't want. I'm really tired of them Slim Jims. They're just kind of greasy and not that great. But it is what it is. Wasn't really hungry, but I thought, well, maybe before I work out, I need to have something. So, anyhow, let's go ahead and do another set. 135. All right. One more set of 135 and then we'll start moving up a little. Oh. All right. So we'll put a 25 on, make it 185. Ha, Shiki. Are you doing well? Are you? I've been better. I'm still not 100% over my crud that I had for the past week and a half or so. Still not 100%. But it's just another day, another Manic Monday. So hope everything is okay your way, and just trying my luck with a little bit of bench press today, see how it goes. I've already done 3 warm-up sets with 135. Now we'll just jump into 185. All right. Let's do 185, see how we feel. Yeah, but unfortunately I can already feel my shoulder wanting to be a booger. But I'll do the best I can, see what I can do, and you know. In the dark. Oh, I need my neck popped. Guess I need to go see my chiropractor at some point. Well, Shiki, I don't know if you're still here, but I know school's almost out for us. We got right at 2 weeks left. How about Aiden? Is he in public schools, or is he private schooled, or what? Is he almost out of school, or what's going on in Shiki land? What's going on as far as school goes that way? And while you answer that, we'll do another set. All right, we got 225. Let's see what we can do with 225. Charter school last day is May 23rd. Hey, I think that's our last day of school, the 23rd. I think. Do some neck bridges. You know, I thought about those a couple of days ago, or maybe a week ago or so at this point. But I did think about them, and I was like, oh, maybe I need to do those. And then I totally forgot. You know how it is when you don't normally do something, it's something new, you just kind of forget about it really quick. But yeah, I can always try them. All right, let's throw a 25 on the ends, make it 275. May 23rd. So, like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, it's kind of talking about I have no real plans for summer break, but that I might take my bike out of town and go for a ride somewhere or do something. But also, if I quit beating around the bush and go buy myself some new tennis shoes, I could also work on my 1 mile jog that I want to accomplish. It's been a while since I've done a mile jog, so there's a little bit of training that has to be involved with that, and you know, working my way up to it without passing out dead. So maybe I could work on that this summer. All right, let's do 275. That ain't really doing what I wanted. Ow, that'll kill me. Well, thank you, Shaky. Of course, I'm not going as far as I used to go, but I'm really just out there just trying to do something is all I'm doing. Where used to that was my main exercise I was doing, so I was, out there pushing a little bit harder. Why am I using clips? Hey Michael, just got home from running errands. Saw you were live. Hello, Old School Fitness. How you doing? I just finished up your video just a few minutes before I started my live stream. You did good today. You notice if you get it in your head where you're going to stop at a certain rep, like I think you were doing the kickbacks, and I think you were doing a set, and you said, well, I'll probably just stop at 6. I think that's what you said. And then you said, well, maybe I'll do 8. Well, maybe I'll do 10. So, the power of the mind is an interesting thing. I'm pregnant. All right, guys. See if I can do 315 without destroying my shoulder more than it already is. How dare you, old school fitness? I'm not too old to get pregnant. I don't know why I'm using them. Alright, let's put a 25 on and make it 365. That's right. Baby's gotta eat too, you know. You know, my shoulder, if we're not talking about like the part of my shoulder that gets inflamed with scar tissue and all that. We're talking about more of what feels almost bone up here. If it could be popped, it feels like it needs to be like popped or ran over or something with a steamroller or something. Ridiculous. Redunculous. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow my, don't want to be gross here, but thick mucus or whatever. Good grief. Like I said, I'm still kind of fighting whatever it is I've had for the last week and a half or so, which I know is just a typical spring cold, allergy, sinusy thing. That's all it is. Good grief. Anyhow, sorry guys. All right, let's Let's do 365. Well, good news is I can still do 365, but, you know, and like I've mentioned in my other videos, you know, there's a lot of mental fortitude or there's a mental side to when you work out. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And knowing that you got to kind of stop doing a certain thing because you got an injury. It's kind of different. There's different feelings that you get from that, I think, than opposed to, well, I'm completely 100% ready to stop doing this maybe amount of weight on my own terms, or maybe this exercise on my own terms. It's when you've been shut down from an injury or something in life or what have you. That's when you get a little bit like restless. You're not totally comfortable with the decision, but you're not really, kind of, sort of. And that's just kind of where I'm at. I worked hard to get that 410-pound bench press. And I knew that I only had so many in the tank anyway. I mean, we all have, our time under that much weight. Especially when you're an older guy who's doing that in his early 50s. Plus, he has a bad shoulder already. And everything, you're... and you're lucky that you got the time in that you did. But it still kind of drags you down a little bit, and you get that last little bit of in you to want to fight it and to try to do some more, which is kind of what I'm doing here. But it's just something that you go through whenever you are competitive, be it, sports competitive out there really doing competitions, or you're at home competing with yourself. It's something we all kind of go through at some point if you have that drive and the drive and the expectations of yourself. And I've always had, when it comes to doing certain things like this and like sports or running, doing being active, being that guy, I've always had kind of expectations of myself, and I should be perfectly happy with what I accomplished, but you always want a little bit more. And I think that's, eventually I'm going to fully get over it. I'm doing okay. It's just, you got to kind of work through it fully and, get that last little hoorah out of you and that last little bit of aggravation, I guess, maybe. And then you move on probably a little bit easier. But we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Hey, what's up, Mark's Max Muscle? What's going on? Hey, thanks for subbing to his channel, Mark's Max Muscle. He's a pretty good old fella. Mark's Max Muscle, you can do 410 for 2 reps. I want to see it. Shiki's out of here. Dang it. I didn't get to tell him bye. Well, if you go back and watch Shiki, see you later. And for anyone else that's in here, I appreciate you being in here. Even if you just stop by for a second. All right. So we'll do one more set with the 365. I was talking about, having to pull back from the heavy weights, and, when you get injured or something that when you weren't really ready, it's more aggravating than when you were ready. But that leads me to talk about squats and deadlifts. Deadlifts, I'm 100% pulling back on those. I've said this before, and especially once I got my 500-pound PR that I got a couple of years back now, year and a half, 2 years, whatever it was, almost 2 years, year and a half, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. Anyway, and I said it was, it could be one and done, or I could do it again and again, who knows. So I have pulled 500-pound deadlift, a handful of times. And then I even made another run for it, here fairly recently, and got 515. But after doing that 515, I told myself, that's it. I'm done with that. And on my squats, I wanted to get a 455-pound squat, a good squat, and I did. I don't know if I'm going to chase that anymore either. I think I feel pretty comfortable just calling it quits right there, and maybe not going above 405 anymore. And same thing with deadlifts. Not going above 405 on my deadlifts. So, but see, those are things that I'm thinking about because I have the option. The chest wasn't really an option. It was something that kind of was out of my control. So, I think I feel pretty good about leveling off there with those couple of lifts. And, I've accomplished a lot of great things in my world, in my workout journey. There's people out there half my size doing more weight than I'm doing, but that's their journey. So everybody has their own journey whenever they're doing something. And so I feel pretty good with my deadlifts being where they're at. Not pretty good. I feel great. I never thought I'd get that much weight, but so I feel great with my deadlifts. My squats, I could see me maybe doing 455 another time or two just to do it, but technically I really don't want to go any heavier than that. That don't mean that I won't do maybe some bench or box squats heavier, something like that, or maybe a pin squat. Those are a little bit different than a standard squat. So, there's always other things that you can do when you decide to kind of, hold off on some other things. So anyway, having said that, I'll check comments in just a moment. All right, let's do another set, 365. cramp. Whew. All right. There we go. All right. Well, so technically, oh hey, Big Brakua, I'm bad with names. You got a good bench press. 455 is good. See, old school fitness. You need to maybe try some of those. You might end up liking them. You can even use your dumbbells to do squats and deadlifts. I've done them, and puts a little different twist on things. It's good to work out, and get that lower half. I know you walk a lot, but it's good to push your body a little bit more than that, because eventually, your body gets used to doing the same stuff every day. So, and you don't have to go heavy. Good Lord, you can use 30-pound dumbbells. It's just good to get the movement in there and, do some things. Just a random suggestion. It's not like, not like my opinion matters. It's just, and plus it would give you a little bit more content, something else to show people. So, it might benefit you to do that, and that way you can let people over the age of 50 know that it's okay to do those movements. So, just kind of an idea. Dumbbells around 110s, no more than that. Reps, my guy. Well, I don't have anything over 100-pound dumbbells, so I've never gotten to really go above 100s. But I can shoulder press the 100-pound dumbbells. I don't do it now, obviously, because of my shoulder, but and because I kind of slacked off on doing that and haven't really been training heavy like that. So, but I was doing sets of shoulder presses with the hundreds, sets of 8, 9, 10, and as far as sitting barbell shoulder presses, I've done 280 or 285. I can't remember, 280 or 285. Hey John, how you doing? The gym is up to 125. That's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've always wanted some heavier dumbbells. I just never sprung for them or made any up or anything like that. I don't guess I need them now. All right, let's do 315. Going down, 3:15. Oh, man. Hey, runner boy. Whew. Yeah, I guess right now, runner boy, I went up. I went up to 365. Got a couple sets of those, just a couple singles. Now we're just going back down. And for those of you that don't know, if you're kind of new in here, I do have a shoulder problem. So number one, that's why I don't do chest a whole lot now. It's just kind of whenever I feel like I can. Number two, I can only go so heavy. Number three, I really can't do a lot of reps because that's too much time under tension, I guess. And that's why I'm keeping the reps really low. So just kind of doing what I can without, aggravating things too much. Again, that's why I got my wrists all wrapped up today, because this wrist is bad. Carpal tunnel and like arthritis and stuff in this wrist really bad. So do you do decline? No, I don't do decline. I decline the decline. No, I don't do decline. Now, runner boy, you've been watching my channel for like 5 years. Have you ever seen me do any decline? I don't do no decline. I have done them back 20 plus years ago. And by doing them, I mean like I have tried them out in maybe 2 or 3 workout sessions. I never did them enough to say that I did them, but I have done them. So try one set just for you. No. Maybe another day. Maybe. Oh, 225. 225. Oh. Well, of course my strength level has went down quite a bit. It's kind of expected. But I can also tell that I do still have some strength there. And, it's just being held back kind of holds you back. So, such is life, guys. There's far more important things out there to worry about than what I'm bench pressing or any of that mess. So this is I've kind of got to look at my new journey like that. It's just, this is more of a fitness journey that I need to be on now, and stop worrying so much about all the weights. And so I've already been there and done it. I accomplished my goals and even greater goals. So there's a lot more out there for me to do, for me to accomplish. And one of those things is to bench 225 for 1,000 reps. We're going to do 1,000 reps. I'm not going to do 1,000 reps. I really need new clothes. All my shirts have holes in them and stained up, and you can see through them. My shoes are horrible and tore up and holey and no soles in them. I need new clothes. All right, let's do 225. Drop it down to 225. Oh, God. I wasn't sure if I wanted to stop or not. Peer pressure. Ow. Oh, right there. Thank you, old school fitness. Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, I'm kind of down here today. I've just been kind of coasting. I'm not 100% over all the mess that I've had for the past week and a half or so. And haven't really had much to eat today. But after my workout, I'll make up for that. I'm going to make me some something with my chicken. I got a rotisserie chicken. So I'll either make me some chicken tacos or burritos, or I'll have just a big plate of chicken with some vegetables or something. I'll do something. All right, runner boy. See you later. Appreciate it. Ow. Big Barracuda. Big Barracuda. That's what I think it is. All right. Let's get a little lightweight closer for this. And then all I got is some triceps to do. Word of advice, always check your weights. We've all misloaded the bar or the machine or what have you a time or two. And that's not fun. It throws you for a surprise. So try to remember to always check your bars and stuff before you start lifting. All right. Let's do just a little closing last set with some 135. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. Hey, what's up, Eric? Hello, Talks Vlogs. Hello, Eric Lapointe. Whew. Hope everybody's doing good today. So you just got me at the end of my chest workout. I still got to do triceps. But of course, with triceps, I only do like 6 sets. So it'll go pretty quick. Pretty quick and painless. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Maybe, baby. What if I can do them from up here? We'll see if we can do that. Let's try that. Let me give this a try here. We'll see, it's a little bit awkward. Alright guys, time to hit some triceps. I'm going to do these French presses a little bit differently than what I usually would do them. We're going to be sitting down. I'm going to use the full-size Olympic bar here. I'm going to try and do them sitting here. Ow. And see how they go. And you just got to try some different things. So the bar is 45 pounds, so we'll start with that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A little weird. A little bit weird. So let's make it a little bit heavier and a little bit more weird. Let's throw a 25 on and make this 95 pounds. Hey Eric, I think I seen maybe on your community post, maybe you posted something about someone doing burpees. I think I seen something. So if he beat your record, he did some crazy stuff. It would take me 2 weeks to do that many burpees. Yeah, I imagine so. I'd have to do about 4 or 5 burpees a day. Whatever I can handle, which isn't much. I just don't have that range of motion with my cruddy hips and everything. I love watching some of you guys do those because it almost looks like you're suspended with a string whenever you're doing, especially when you do, I can't remember what you call them, the suicides, whatever they're called, where you come up and you push up and you hit your feet or something, and you come up again and you do boom, boom, whatever, and it looks like you're being suspended with ropes. It's almost like slow motion or something. Oh, you're being too kind, Eric. They were horrible. And they felt horrible. But yours are super smooth. You got that mobility. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. so let's try one of these sets here with this 95 pounds, see how it works out, guys. All right, let's try 95 pounds. We got 25s on each end and the bar is 45. So let's try 95. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. It's just gets a little wonky because the bar is probably so long. But not bad. Hundred. All right, we'll throw a little 5 on each end and we'll make this 105. And I'll check comments in just a moment, guys. Go ahead and get in another set real quick. All right, guys, we have 105 pounds now. We got a 5, a 25, and the bar's 45. Should be 105. Alright, give me just a minute, guys. Okay, we took the 5s off the ends, so we're going to put 10s on the ends with the 25s. Yeah, Eric, you know, I know your days are full. You know, being a tree farmer is not easy work. I've never done it, but I'm 100% sure it's not easy work. And plus you're doing all the burpees, and plus you got to have family time and all that stuff. So, but you could probably slip maybe 3 days a week in there and get a little weight training in there somewhere, you know. That's right, old school. You can't let everybody know what you're doing, how you do it. Gotta have some secrets. All right. So we got 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 115. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have 115. We have a 10, a 25, and the bar is 45. Should be 115. Okay. Oh, you've only been doing burpees 1 year. Well, you've done well. Yeah, old school fitness. Dumbbells are pretty good. A lot of stuff you can do with them, or even some kettlebells. Anything like that. Anything to give you a little extra resistance. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, what do I go up to now, guys? I got 2 more sets. 2 more sets. Guess I could do that. Alright. We'll throw the 5s back on there and go to 125. All right, let's put some 5s on here. We'll go to 125. Yeah, Eric, you know, as guys go, the male species, you know, it's hard not to chase the poundage, the giggity. It's hard not to chase the, you know, going heavy. It's hard not to chase that, and instead, just opting for fitness. And you can get fitness from body weight to lifting 1,000 pounds But I think there has to be kind of a point where, you know, you kind of cut things off in the weight department and kind of stick to a certain level so you can perform better maybe and as long as you're doing decent technique, you know, decent form and all that, you should be able to stay injury free and live a more fit and healthy lifestyle. So it's only when you do stupid things that you know, they hurt you. And yeah, mistakes happen. So, but the male species has to move that heavy weight. Just how we are. All right, guys, let's do 125. We got a 5, a 10, a 25, and the bar is 45. Should be 125. Well, number one, your genetics are going to play an important role. Your genetics, your DNA, how serious you take your workouts, how much and how well do you eat? Are you getting enough water? Are you getting enough rest? What are your goals? You know, you gotta, you know, I worked out for years and years ago and didn't really have goals, you know. I didn't have really sets of goals. So I never was really set on anything, and I didn't have the dedication, and I wasn't putting in enough time, and I would go and miss a week. I'd work out a couple of days, miss a day, etc., etc. And then eventually when I started working out again in January-ish of 2021, you know, I came back kind of thinking of things, but really just kind of working out again, but I was staying dedicated and devoted about my workouts, doing it every day and eating right and doing right. And before long, I started making goals for myself and reaching those goals in my early 50s that I should have reached in my 20s and 30s. But I just didn't, I wasn't passionate enough about what I was doing. I didn't take it seriously enough. And so it's, you know, everything is all in what you think, you know, all in how much you want it. Are you natural? Like me, I'm 100% natural, never done any drugs. No performance enhancing drugs, no testosterone, no nothing ever in my life. Number one, I don't really have the need to do that. Number two, I don't have the money to do all that. So, I never went that route. So I'm 6'2", and I don't have the best genetics in the world. Even whenever I'm smaller, it's not like I'm cut. I'm not shredded. I'm not like, built like, someone you would think, man, he's just lucky. He's got these great genetics. No, that's not me. So everybody's gonna be a little different. And so can you put on size? Yes. You're not gonna get shredded, because putting on size, you gotta eat, and you gotta work out, and you gotta eat, and you gotta work out. So there's a difference in shredded and big and strong. And when you do steroids or anything like that, typically you can get the best of both worlds. Whenever you're on certain pharmaceuticals and eating and working out. That's why you see guys that are my size, or Mr. Olympias, or anyone else for that matter, a lot of these gym rats and different people like that, you'll see that they have this grainy looking skin and low body fat, and they have veins, and they look jacked and they're still big, but yet they're low body fat. That's a good sign that they're not natural. So naturally, getting big is not easy. You just and strong. You just got to put in the time and work. And when I started working out in 2021, I was 49, and I turned 50 that November. And so here I am in 2025, and I'm going to be, I don't even know how old, 54? I think I'm going to be 54. And during this journey right here, these last few years, I've reached all my goals as far as like the weights that I wanted to move. I got a 405-pound bench press. Actually, I got 410. I did go up a little bit, so I got 410. I got a 515-pound deadlift. I got a 455-pound squat. I've done barbell shoulder presses, sitting barbell shoulder presses of 280 or 285, I don't remember. I've done the 100-pound dumbbells, sitting shoulder presses for sets of 10, 8, 9, and 10, I've reached all kind of goals. Deadlifts, I've deadlift 225 pounds for 30 reps. I did 315 for 20 reps, and I've done 405 for 10 reps. And those were all goals that I gave myself. Plus I've done other different things like that. So giving yourself goals and keeping yourself motivated and making yourself happy and proud is super important in keeping this workout journey going and successful. So having said all that, let me figure out some weight. All right. And I'll check comments in just a moment. We're going to do one last set. If my shoulder will let me. All right, guys, let's put a 25 on there. That'll be two 25s on each end, and the bar is 45. So that will be 145 pounds. Okay guys, our last set, I'm hoping to get at least one rep of this. Pretty heavy for me. It's 145. We got two 25s on each end and the bar's 45. So 145. So let's try our best and at least get one rep. Just to close out the session with something kind of good, kind of crazy. Where's my hat going? 2, 3. Where's my hat going? I think that was 12 reps. Whew. All right. Well guys, I appreciate you popping in here and tuck by. It's Adrian Studios, Eric LaPointe, Old School Fitness, John over at McBean Scottish Fitness, Spongy Gold. We had Sheiky Baby pop in earlier. We might have had Christopher pop in. I don't remember. We had Big Boracuda. He popped in. Mark's Max Muscle popped in. Runner Boy popped in. Talks Vlogs popped in. And maybe I got everybody. Maybe. But anyway, this is where we end it, guys. So, whew. Well, as some of you know, my live streams, I edit them down like a regular video. And your live stream gets views from some people, and regular videos get views from other people. So that's why I do that. So having said that, I'm going to do my little closing like I normally would, so it might be a little weird. But anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So here we go, guys, in 3, 2. Do I go now? I don't know. Anyway. All right, guys, and just like that, we are done with another workout. A pretty good workout. Of course, I'm held back by my shoulder just a little bit. No big deal. We push through. I can still do a pause bench of 365. That's better than most people will ever do in their whole lives, and I'm injured, and I'm old. So, not too shabby, guys, not too bad. And we had a good little tricep workout, pretty good there. The last set, I went heavy, 145. I probably could have done more, but my hat sliding up over my eyes threw me off. So, I probably could have got 20, 30 reps. Ain't no telling. So, anyway, a good workout, and I hope you guys get a good workout. And if you do, let me know in the comments. Go to my videos, check out the videos. Let me know in the comments what you're doing. And I like knowing what everybody's doing, and because everybody does things a little bit differently, just a little bit differently. So it's always nice to get fresh ideas and stuff. So go in the comments section, comment away, guys. And if I give you a little inspiration to do these things, or even better, greater things, maybe like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to the Body Beatdown. That's me, Michael, your amazing host on this, what was a Manic Monday, but now it's turned out to be a pretty decent Monday. And that's because all these people came into my live stream and they made it better. And I appreciate that. And like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, like I said. And don't forget, guys, get up, get out, get rad. and do it to it. And we'll see you next time on the Body Beatdown. See y'all later. And done. Scene. So, what do we got here? High spongy, no workout, never weird, always fun. Give it to you the point, being prepping one turkey. All right. Well, guys, again, like I said, I appreciate everybody popping in here. It really means a lot to me that people give me even a minute of their time. And it's pretty crazy to think that we can all do this. Not just work out, but we can all have our own little TV station, you know? We can all have our own channel. And bring some decent positivity to the world this way. So that's pretty cool. And if I'm subscribed to your channel, it's because I feel like you do that. And I feel like you're decent people. And if I'm not subscribed to your channel, let me know and I'll go check out your channel. So anyway, you can look for the edited version of this later. I'll try and get it out if you want to just go back and mess around in the comments and say howdy. And anyway, so guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to go make me some supper, which is, time's moving on, guys. Time's moving on. So I hope everybody has a good night. I appreciate everybody, and I don't know, whatever this. Do this. Do that. We'll see y'all later. Now I got to go turn off the live stream. Don't look.